Hello and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Let's Play. This is episode 3, and I want to take a moment to apologize for just how lame my performance was last episode. It's rare that I do that badly at this point. In fact, right before I began recording these, I was pretty much beating the game just about every single time. At the very least, I was making it to some of the final levels. So I'm going to start fresh, hope for the best. I think I can really only improve from that performance. And to sort of hedge my bets a little bit, I'm going to play as Maggie, who comes with a whopping 4 hearts and a yum heart for an additional heart if you need it. That's counteracted, though, by the fact that she's goddamn slow as hell. Just crossing a room takes an arduous amount of time compared to Cain or Isaac, or probably Judas for that matter. We have a tarot card, the Emperor. That's going to take me straight to a boss. Don't really need to use that, unless I just get so bored crossing all the rooms. Maybe I just want to skip it. Seems like a reasonable reason to use it. So being this slow, it's going to make it very difficult to dodge some of the attacks of all of the various enemies, so I have to really be careful. So we've got X-ray vision. That's going to help me see where all these secret rooms are, and that's a very helpful thing to have right off the bat. So it means I'm going to get to cash in on all the money right from the beginning. And probably get in a few fights with greed also, because that seems to happen. Oh good, we've got a nickel and 5 cents, so we've got 12 cents already. That's a good place to be, money-wise. Not sure why I took the long way to go back to this room. So now we have 13 cents. 2 more cents and I can afford a 15-cent item. I feel like I'm just dragging the character. If I push harder on the D-pad, she'll go faster, but it won't happen. So let's fight Monstro. A couple of complimentary flies waiting here with him. Don't know what that's about. And hopefully I don't get into some unexpected crashing, just due to the fact that I'm actually uploading the previous video to YouTube right now as I'm playing this one, and I'm probably using up quite a bit of RAM doing that. But it will be quite humorous if I get to Mom's heart and then the game just locks up or something. I'll have to post that just for fun. I'm gonna use the yum heart just to keep myself at full. Not like I think I'm gonna die or anything, just because I can. And just in case it charges up the yum heart one charge by beating the boss. I'm not exactly sure if it will. A couple more hits, there we go. So we got another health up, so 5 hearts and an extra soul heart, which is great. No keys, no bombs, 13 cents, moving down. Basement 2. First room, we've got a tinted rock over on the bottom left, and a set of floating, shaking head turrets. These guys, well, they're not really a problem, but like I said before, the amount of dodging I can do is really minimal, so to try and not put myself in positions where I'm going to be vulnerable to getting hit a lot. And sometimes you really can't avoid it. You guys, see, the degree with which they can hop far outclasses my ability to dodge them. And they also take a shitload of damage, too, especially for an early-on enemy. I'm really noticing that the game's become much, much more aggressive after beating it 7 times. At 5, I felt kind of like it was about exactly the same, but 7, it's totally different. It really feels significant now. So I'm going to keep that key, because I'm going to need it for the item room, which should hopefully be coming up pretty soon. Got a champion turret and a couple of flies. Another position where I gotta be really careful I don't take stupid damage on it. Oh, come on. See, that would be stupid damage. Try and use some diagonal shots if I can, because it can be tricky to hit him without getting hit back, but I did. And Wrath Fight, because I gotta do one of these every single time now. The frequency that the mini-bosses seem to pop up is also something that's gone up substantially. Wow, he's pretty stupid, he just bombed himself for no reason. Had some kind of an existential crisis, I suppose, and just didn't know where to go. I'd like to use one of his bombs to pop this tinted rock if possible. So I'm gonna try and bait him unless it starts to take too long. Wow, I just almost got hit by that bomb. Close. Oh, good. Got it. He definitely looks stressed out, like maybe he needs to have a little less coffee or something. I mean, just look at his eyes. He's kind of withered looking, just really out of it. And he's playing with high explosives, which is probably the last thing you should be doing when you're tired. Or maybe he's not tired, maybe I'm just misreading it. Maybe he's just traumatized. So 2 more bombs, I could definitely use that. So all in all, I would say that would be a gain. And there's the secret room, which is excellent. Now I have to not get flanked. And look at me going getting flanked. I have to not comment that I need to not get flanked, because that seems to be the sole reason that I get flanked. And Loki's horns, that's going to give me tears up. Something I definitely could use. Although I would still like a speed up, maybe a little more. But I'm going to focus on the positive. I definitely needed that, so that's good. Okay, a bunch more money. I still have a key, so I should probably go investigate what's in the shop. Maybe I'll use some of that money to get another key. Pill bomb. Dynamite. Dynamite's a kamikaze move. It doesn't kill you, but it takes off a bunch of damage to do a reasonably small amount of damage in return, so it's not really a good bet. 22 cents and hardly anything I want to buy. I'll grab the pills just for the hell of it, see if anything good pops. Balls of steel. Okay, well, could be worse. Could always use soul hearts. Head back down. Got a couple more rooms down on the bottom right to explore. Now I'm actually having the opposite problem that I had when I had too much speed. Now it's hard to control because I'm so slow. So I guess there's really just a middle ground that I need to reach each time I play. Whole assortment here. This is going to be a tough spot. As comforting as it is that there's a heart in the middle, I really don't want to waste a bomb to get it. And I also have 3 soul hearts, so I'm probably not going to use it anyway. Unless I suffer a catastrophe and start having a seizure or something, and then I'm just gonna take all the hits in the world. Okay, so I got a key back, that's good. We got the arcade down below. I have to use a cent to get in it, so I'm gonna say that's probably not worth it, because I want to keep 15 cents in case something good shows up in the store. Okay, unfortunately the phone just started ringing in the middle of me playing this, so I put it on pause for a second. And now I'm just about to take a hit for no reason, so that's unfortunate. Oh, I somehow got out of that. Okay, awesome. So I apologize for the interruption. So I'll make up for it by dying a lot. He's very aggressively summoning these flies here. Like, as fast as I can kill them, they're coming right back. Which is not a good way to fight a boss, in my opinion. Because you're really not doing any damage, you're just freaking working down the same bunch of crap. This should not be this difficult. I get the point, you can fucking summon flies, dude, come on. So this is what you have to look forward to after you've beaten the game this many times. You will basically be inundated by crap until you finally get lucky enough drops to be able to counteract whatever the hell's going on in the game. Okay, maybe I needed to do this. Like Monstro 2, if you stand to the horizontal left or right of them, it triggers their other attack, which in his case is to charge. And you can actually use his charge to destroy some of the flies that he summoned previously. So now I'm going to have a really tough time avoiding these tri-shots here. And my Yum Heart's not even up yet, which is not good. So I guess I started recording these videos just in time to see some of my lowest moments in playing The Binding of Isaac. So I get a meat cube. That's great, but I could really use a speed up. So I'm gonna move on. Just realized I left the cursor there, that's kind of obnoxious, sorry. Worm room right off the bat, so damage, that's what I need. At least they're the easiest possible worms, because if these were the charging ones, I'd be in trouble right now. So, which way to go? Oh, Tinted Rock. Hope that's going to drop a rock power-up, which is going to up my damage a little bit. Because I look at it like this, if you don't have speed to get out of the way of crap, you better be able to kill that crap really fast. And if you don't have either of those things, then you're probably just going to lose. And I get a key for my troubles. And another one. Well, I don't want to waste all of my bombs on Tinted Rocks, but they generally do seem to drop decent stuff. And any kind of passive upgrades I can get are usually worth it, considering you can usually buy another bomb in the shop or find them by random. Okay, and I got another half heart back. I'll use another bomb here. 2 more soul hearts. Could be worse. And I get 9 more cents. Well, that's looking good for the shop then. I'm well equipped to do some buying. Another Tinted Rock! I don't know what's up with this. I don't think I've ever had 3 Tinted Rocks that close to each other like that. I guess I'll take the time to mention that on these rocks, if you have trouble differentiating them for some reason, like if your contrast isn't good on your monitor or something, make note of the fact that there's a little, like an X in the top right corner of it right there. And if you look very closely, I believe it's actually just a cross sitting on a hill, but slightly to an angle. So, easy way to tell. So I found the boss room, and I got a bomb back for my bomb. So I'm going to move on up to the right. Hope I can find the item room pretty soon. Quite a few of these mindless grubs meandering about. Nothing I can't handle. Especially with my gigantic life bar right now. It's a problem I'd like to have. I'd like to have more often anyway. Nothing. And there's the item room, excellent. Just gotta deal with 2 of these guys. Watch as they run away from me. bombs, excellent. So now I'm doing pretty well, and a brother Bobby. So I add a second shooter to my group, which is a huge help. And then, as I probably will fight another one of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse, that'll add a Meat Boy floating disembodied head to my armada as well. So we've got 3 cents that I can get to by bombing this rock here, and a heart that I really don't need, especially because I have the Yum heart, which I'll just use it because I'm going to recharge it anyway. Not that worried about the money right now. And over to the right here is going to have to be the shop. A couple of these guys to take out. I've got charging worms, so now you can see what those do. And they always like to come on an obnoxious layout like this to make sure they can charge you all the way down to the end. Wheel of Fortune, that's going to summon a slot machine, which is probably more useful than skipping to the boss unless I'm on the final area. Wow, I've got these guys already? They usually don't show up until one of the final rooms. And I've got a battery, which I'm going to very happily grab, because that's going to help me charge up my spacebar item much, much faster. And another tinted rock. Painted rock. Do I want this pill? Well, I have 12 cents. Yeah. Might as well just go crazy with the health, why not? So I have to pick between the Emperor and the Wheel of Fortune. In the off chance that I get to some of the final rooms, I'm going to hang on to the Emperor. That way I don't even have to bother with the Womb 2 or Womb 1, depending on how my health is at the moment. And I'm going to go fight the boss. Hoping this one isn't quite as bad as the last one. Okay, Chub I can handle. And it's not even a special Chub, it's just regular old Chub. The guy we've come to know and love. Eats his own children, doesn't even care. And my Yum heart's already up, so I'm feeling good about buying that battery. I find it's always a great strategy to have some sort of health-producing item in your favor by the time you get towards the end levels, especially since there's not going to be shops anymore. You really have to be, you know, acting on your own behalf, sort of on the offensive, to be on the defensive, if you know what I mean. So this is going pretty well. As long as I don't trap myself into a corner here. Oh, like I just did. Okay, well, that was the end of that anyway. And I get another health power-up. So right now I'm borderline filling up the entire health bar up here. Good thing to note, though, the health is still kept track of even if it surpasses the amount that is able to be shown in the corner. So, yeah, just keep stacking on soul hearts as long as you want. Caves 2. And I've got a Yum heart on the ready in case... Wow, that was really stupid. I don't know why I decided to run at that barrel while I was shooting it. Maybe I got so used to how slow my character was, subconsciously I was expecting to hardly be able to enter the room by the time it exploded? I don't know. My hands are just doing some of this without my mind. Okay, come on now. He's actually hiding on top of the skull. There we go. Arcade could be useful, but I want to see what else is on offer before I head in there. These guys, when they pop, they're gonna shoot bullets out, and since I don't really have very good speed or room to maneuver, I'd say a pretty reasonably tricky room. Okay, well, I got out without too much damage. Secret room over here, and another goddamn slot machine. Really wants me to use that slot machine. Whoa. A secret room? Oh, this is just the inside of the mob trap room, okay. Really confused me there for a second. Well, it's worth getting the 10 bombs to fight a couple reasonably easy guys. The popcorn chicken over here running away from my bullets. Always good to make KFC references, especially when you're hungry. I'm just babbling now. More flies, and one more round and this is over. Mob trap room is always 3 rounds. Took me quite a while to get what sets these guys to stand up, but it seems to have some combination to do with a timer and a proximity range. So after you shoot them every time, it seems to reset their timer. And then you need to stand close to them, and sometimes move, sometimes not. So here's another TNT room. I really need to use this TNT to my advantage and not blow myself up in it. A lot of shit going on here. And the item room is right here too, which is good. Okay, excellent. Book of Anarchy. This is going to summon a room full of bombs, which is pretty much the opposite of what I want to do most times. So that was kind of just a waste of a key. More flies, more goddamn flies, and I know what to do with. Oh, come on! Freaking took cheap damage from a fly. Oh, this could be a bad setup. I'm gonna hope I can kill this good. Try and lead them through as complicated a winding path as I can, so that way they take a while to get to me, and I have time to get rid of the ones before them. Okay, that went well. So I'm looking for the boss room at this point. And sure, why not? I'll check out the shop too. Oh, you know what? That's my last key though, so I probably shouldn't. Since I only have 7 cents, there's nothing that great I could buy in there. And I'd rather not tempt myself and get upset that I don't have money for something. These guys are a huge pain in the ass. You gotta work the diagonals on them as much as possible. Yeah, so back out and down. What I could do is I could head over to the arcade, spend a few cents on that, hope that maybe I could grab some more items out of it, but I don't know, it's so much luck. Damn it, I was hoping I could position one of them right over that. A couple of Larry Jr.'s. These aren't really the worst things I could be facing, but again, this is generally kind of tough stuff for how early on in the game it is. I wouldn't expect to see 2 Larry Jr.'s until at least one more level below. If not, wait until the womb. 1 or 2. Couple more shots. There we go. They left a little bit of poop behind like they often do. Not sure if this stuff can even drop anything, but I always like to shoot it just out of habit. Well, these guys are going down pretty fast. In a situation like this, you mostly want to outrange them or hope that they turn to the other direction since they only shoot the direction they're facing. New tarot card, we have Death. Well, I like Death much better than the Emperor, so I'm going to switch. This could be rough. Okay, I need to take out this red one as fast as possible, because it's going to do serious damage if it hits me. Oh, I can't believe I got out of that. Didn't get out of that, though. Okay, some decent dodging going on in that. Oh, come on! To not compliment myself, it's really just the eternal curse. Any level of pride you show in your gameplay, it seems to immediately pick up on that. and punish you accordingly. Some bomb flies and some bullet flies. Okay, you just want to take out the other, that's always a good thing. I need to give that one some distance. There we go. So we've got one more room over to the right. I'm not going to bother with it. What could be in there that I really need anyway, right? Oh, and another cent. 9 cents. Head on to this boss, and if I get into a bad spot, I can always use my death card now. There's yet another tinted rock in here. This has got to be the most tinted rocks I've ever seen in one playthrough. I've gone quite a few plays with never seeing any, and this time I get, what, 4? 5? Crazy amount. Meat Boy just absorbed, again, I think just absorbed a bullet for me. It's like my bodyguard. He's looking out for me. Definitely need advocates when everything's trying to kill you. So we're nearing the point when his other eye will probably shoot out, and then I will have 2 bouncing projectiles to deal with, as well as his bullet hails every time he stomps. He, she, it, whatever you want to call it. Creep's not so much of a problem, it's mostly these bullets that are going to hit me every time. Oh, of course. How typical, right? And now I'm just going to walk on the creep for no reason because I just can't seem to help myself. Use my Yum Heart, and I unlocked something cute in the caves. Tears Up. Excellent. Need more Tears Up. And I'm going to use a bomb on this tinted rock. Get a key. Well, I need keys, and I don't need bombs so much. So now we've got a couple more hearts to fill me back up. I don't think there's really anything else worth bothering here with, so let's move on again. We're now entering Depth 1. This is where things can get a little bit worse if I'm not on my game, or if I get a particularly bad run of enemies. If I'm properly equipped, sometimes I can pretty much scoff at this floor, but it seems like with the degree that everything's gotten harder, I really need to be more on my toes, and not accepting that things are going to be the way I remembered them from last time I did this. Key in the middle, no way to get to it. Some zombie creatures here. These guys, you gotta shoot them in the back, and they tend to wander in sometimes completely arbitrary directions, which seem very slightly guided by how you walk. Best course of action, if you can do it, is to pick one and try and stick on it and just keep hitting it. But a lot of times you can't really pick one and stick to it because of the amount of other ones wandering around, and you need to keep playing defensively. And then we have a champion version over here, which now that there's one left shouldn't be too bad, since he can't corner me anymore. Get a scent, get a bomb. Got the shop right below. I'm going to take a look in there. Got a compass for 7. Oh, and the secret room is adjacent. That's always good. I'm going to buy the compass, so I like to know what direction I'm heading in when I get into the final area. Oh. And then we have the Book of Belial. See, this is another position where I'm going to possibly take something that could forfeit the game for me. I'm going to play with this for this floor, and if things don't look good by the boss, I'm going to jump back out and grab the Yum Heart again. So I think that'll be my plan. And I got a Halo of Flies, which is good. They're going to watch out for projectiles for me like the meat cube has been. Okay, these guys, I'm not going to say not usually a problem, because then they will immediately hit me. But they are predictable at the least. Whatever direction they first see you in, they will prime and fire their blood laser at you in that direction, so as long as you're aware what direction they're all facing, you can easily flank them. So I can't get in the mob trap room, not that I necessarily want to anyway. Really want to try and keep my health up as high as possible. I have 18 bombs, so I'm not worried about using one to get into that chest. Money! Okay, good. Wow. Rare that a fire drops a scent. A few more rooms and I should be approaching the boss room again. Oh, that was lame. I don't know, is it just me or do they seem to be taking more shots than usual? I remember they took usually about 5. Now it seems like, well, I wasn't counting, but it seemed like they took more than 5. It wouldn't surprise me if the defense on all the characters has upped progressively since I've been beating the game too. I can't get to that. Yeah, if I blow up one of these rocks, it's gonna hit into the corner. I'm not gonna be able to cross the gap anyway. Probably not worth bothering going over here. Kind of forgot I had the compass. I wasn't really looking at the map as closely as I should have been. I'm gonna use the Book of Belial in this room, because I really want to clear them out fast before I take a bunch of damage. And a troll bomb. Ugh. Stupid damage! I can't stop! I'm probably gonna end up going back for that Yum Heart, just based on this performance. It's really not as well as I'd like to be doing. The world, that's gonna open up all the map for me. I'll use it, but I'm not gonna hold on to it. Yeah, I'm gonna get the Yum Heart back. I apologize for making you wait through me walking through all these rooms again. I would rather know that I have a way to make health. I'm gonna grab this as well. Sorry, Book of Belial. You're a great item. I just know I need health. So we gotta go 2 right, 2 down, and then boss room is on the right. I'm not gonna bother with the mini-boss up in the top right corner. I see that mostly as an opportunity to lose more health. Bunch of guts. I feel generally like this enemy you should never take damage on, but there are situations when it just gives you no opportunity to dodge them at all. You walk in the door, there'll be rocks all around you, and the only thing you can do is stand there while one barrels at you. And just like the other room, I can't get to this key because of the corners. Okay, another laser room. Had this same room in the first video, and for some reason the collision box seemed a little bit off, and I took some damage that I absolutely did not need to take. Yeah, these guys take a lot of shots. And this champion version's gonna take a lot too. At least when I have it firing this way, I know I'm safe to go up above it and shoot down. When I'm over here though, not so safe. And I get a double bomb for that. And my Yum Heart's back up, so I'll use that again. This is where I'm probably going to get in the way of the laser. See if I can just kind of diagonal shot him to death. Him. How odd that I call a vagina him. Of all the things to call him. I want that. Let's see how my diagonal strafing skill is, because this could be bad. Yes! Amazing. Monster 2, so I'm going to try and use my... Oh, and he's a champion monster too, which means he's faster and smaller. But if I can get him to juggle his laser, it may not matter. He also seems to produce less flies. Gonna be hard to juggle him in this corner here. Kind of concentrating here. It's a lot going on, and this guy's moving really fast. Yikes! Okay, that wasn't good. I wish I was doing a lot more damage at this point. Juggling the laser's like my best hope to get out of this without a lot of damage done. Oh, still got one more. Okay, I'll take it. This is going better than it probably should have. Okay, and I'll just walk into him for a cheap heart there. Mom's high heels, that's range up. Okay, not probably the most useful thing. I have a shitload of health though, so maybe I should switch one. Both of those are damage up. The Mark and the Contract, I'm not sure if one's more damage than the other, but they both take 2 hearts, so I'm not sure it matters. But if I think about it, I'm going to lose 2. I'll have 4 left to do a little more damage. And my speed still kind of sucks. I really do need damage, though. Okay, against my better judgment, I'm going to grab the Mark. And really hope that I haven't screwed my game again with this one. The Depths 2, bring it on. And I spawn right next to Secret Room, which gives me Transcendence, which means I can now float over gaps. This actually may be a godsend. Reason being, the way this works now, I can fly over pretty much anything. Spikes, gaps, rocks. So I can actually not be hit by these creep trails anymore, at all. It also means that in situations where shit's chasing me and I have rocks all around, I can just hide on top of those rocks. Like these guys, these spike blocks, whatever the hell you want to call them, they can't really do much to me right now. Although it's pretty hard to hit these guys considering there's rocks everywhere and I still can't shoot through the rocks. There we go. There's a tinted one over here. Bomb that for fun. Yay, 2 more hearts. So I'm headed towards the shop right now, and then I'm gonna head towards the item room. Okay, I like this. There's nothing in here. Ladder, about the least useful thing I could get right now, and a treasure map, which also completely useless since I have X-ray vision and a compass. Mini-boss on the left, mob trap on the right, skip, skip. And I'm gonna head straight towards the item room to the left. Oh, this guy. I'm gonna give him money. He always gives me good stuff. Well, 1 cent for a Book of Revelations. That's not bad. I'm gonna actually keep that. That means I'm gonna get soul hearts with the same frequency that I was getting yum hearts. And a questionable pill. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna eat this pill and hope for the best. Bad guess. Okay, well that's like getting nothing, basically. And my last... oh... damn it. All these remotes are useless to me. This is the teleport remote. It's gonna take me someplace random. I have no use for that. To not forget I have a death card. I don't believe that'll kill Mom, or even come close to killing Mom, so I have to make sure to use it, probably on the Womb 1. I guess I need to go up now. Oh, this is a bad room. Try and stay where they won't land. A lot going on in here. Plus, they seem to have infinite range, too. And take a lot of shots. 1 left. really like for this video to end well. Oh, shit. These are definitely some tricky rooms. I mean, look how many freaking obstacles there are. I almost can't even tell what I'm doing. I'm mostly just kind of running around trying to avoid bullets and just spamming shots in whatever direction there may be a guy in. Okay, Book of Revelations is up. I'm going to use that, get another soul heart. Screaming fetus babies. Fetus phantoms, I don't know what to call these. I used to play this game, Death Smiles. So I have a little priming for bullet hell, but this is a whole different type of bullet hell. Oh, okay, good. About the easiest thing I could have asked for right before the boss. So then the question becomes, do I want to mess around trying to charge up my Book of Revelations just in case I get another charge in time for the boss? Or do I just fight the boss? Boss being Mom, since this is Depths 2. I'm probably going to get those charges during the fight, so I'm going to hope for the best and jump right in. So again, my strategy here, try and clear out the rocks as soon as possible, because you need to be able to... Well, actually, I can maneuver whether the rocks are here or not. So I'm at a bit of an advantage now, because it means I can dodge in ways that I couldn't normally. And I have to steer clear of those damn eyes, because that's what got me last time. When I see an eye, I need to give it some distance, because it means the hand could grab through. Oh, and my book is up. Another heart. Maybe I'll come out with more hearts than I started with. I don't know why I said that, I just jinxed myself. I'm actually using the slowdown right now to my own advantage. The frames per second are so slow that I'm actually able to make more informed decisions about what direction I should be dodging in, which is kind of a form of exploitation, and I'm not a fan of that. This game's hard for a reason, and I think my skills should match it. But, you know, I can't really help it right now, so I'm gonna take what I got. Concentrating a little bit here. I would really love to make it through this relatively unscathed, because I'm going to need every single heart I can get to make it through the womb. Maybe I'll end up with another charge to the Book of Revelations. Okay, it seems like as the rocks start to clear out, less enemies start to spawn. Probably just coincidence, but I've noticed that a few times. Seems like towards the end of the fight, there's just less going on, so it's kind of like it winds down for you. Oh, took some stupid damage there from that shot. Okay, we're winding down. A little bit more. Little bit more. Come on. Can't get impatient either. There we go. And I get Mom's panties as a reward. Another range up. Well, I can't complain. I think I'm adequately equipped. I should be able to finish this off, hopefully. So moving on to the Womb 1. And I start with the mob trap room directly next to me. I'm not going to mess with it. The mob trap room is kind of a little crazy sometimes in this area. I've had it spawn, I think, 4 Monstros at once. I've seen up to 4 Larry Juniors at once. Kind of stuff I don't really want to mess with if I don't have to. Not that either of those really are individually the most difficult enemies, just when you're faced with them in a gauntlet-style room. Probably not the best thing to try and chain those. 15 cents. Well, not like it'll help me at this point. We've got more bullet-spewing vaginas, so we're actually in a vagina within a vagina situation right now. Metagina. Something like that. Down we go. Looks like I made a bad decision. So these are the lasers from Super Meat Boy. As you'll remember, they behave very similar to the actual lasers from Super Meat Boy, wherein if you stand directly in front of them, they will shoot you. So you need to constantly be on the move, otherwise they will take you down very quickly. So I'm in a good spot right now with this ability to fly. As long as I can continually avoid the actual enemies, I should have very little issue with clearing them out. I mean, these guys can't even walk through blocks, and I can do that. So I've got a few things going to my own advantage right now. Okay, we've got one of these, what the hell are these called? Blast assists. I want to try and focus on one if I can. Frame rate's really, really low right now. So it's actually so low I'm a little bit having trouble controlling my character, which is not good. You can kind of tell some enemies seem to tax the engine a lot more. Well, I don't know about engine, I think this is mostly done in Flash. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune, I'm gonna stick with Death. Certain enemies seem to tax Flash more than others, and especially ones that produce many, many projectiles, in addition to having effects of their own, seem to do a lot. Okay, handled this room, well, I'm about to handle, there we go. Handled this room pretty well. See what pills we've got. Bombs are key. Damn it. Okay, that was stupid. Well, it wasn't stupid because it was random, but I'm not too happy with that. I had a shitload of bombs that I was planning on using for the heart, and now I don't. So I'm going to show off some next level tactics here with this guy. Instead of messing around with bombs or anything, I'm just going to let those guys do the work for me. It's about the safest way I know of to dispatch of those doppelganger-like characters. These angry tube snakes are not my friends. They're just kind of like faster versions of the charging maggots. Okay, should be getting close now. There we go. More screaming baby phantoms. And hopefully another charge almost up. Oh, man. I gotta finish this out before I can risk using the book. There we go. Yeah, everything does more damage in the womb. Things that gave you one or half heart will now do one full heart. And again, I'm not sure if that's something that may also scale with the amount of times you beat the game or what. Maybe towards the 9th finish it will be 2 hearts or 1.5 hearts, who knows. I guess we'll see when we get to that. Okay, so we've made it. Let's fight the boss. Maggie versus Death. Death can be tricky. He's got a few moves. He summons these scythes, which are going to fly in every direction, and if I don't have the agility to dodge them effectively, I'm going to get caught up in that mass. And then he's also going to slow me down even more, which is probably the last thing I needed. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to use Death on Death, but so far it seems like I'm doing okay, as I take damage, of course. And then he gets off his horse, and he's just going to kind of wander aimlessly while that tries to whack me from the side, and then he's going to spawn some zombies. And I believe that is the full breadth of his arsenal. The horse, thankfully, will take out the zombies if they're placed properly. Oh, big damage on that one. That was bad. Shouldn't really stay over to the side there because it's really only going to result in my own demise. And Death is done. Okay, so now I just need to take out a few of these guys. Which, unless major calamity strikes, I should be capable of doing. There we go. And another cube of meat, so that's going to add another shot to my arsenal. Let's just check out... No, don't want it. I have Guppy the Cat for 9 lives, or the inverted cross, which I'm not really remembering what that does right now, but I'm just not interested. I'd like to hopefully finish this one out on my own strengths, and I really don't want to lose any more health. So at this point, this being the final level, would have been a good idea to have that card that skips me to the end boss, but I chose to scrap it in favor of death. And again, if I remember, death doesn't do a ton of damage to Mom's heart, but I'm gonna try to make it work best I can. Okay, I thought this was gonna be kind of a disastrous room, but it didn't get too bad. And once they're down to that final stage, they're pretty much defenseless. Still plenty of rooms ahead, or no, actually 2 rooms ahead for me to lose health on. 1 room ahead. I don't know why I can't look at the map. And another soul heart. Oh, shit. Okay. These guys just dive into the ground and produce gish-like projectiles, and they also do that bomb, which is a bit of a buzzkill if you're standing right under it. So this is it. Let's go for it. Video's getting extremely long. We're at 51 minutes now. Starts you with lasers every single time. You know what? I'm just going to use death right off the bat. No reason to mess around. And it did hardly any damage. So the thing with Mom's Heart is it's going to spawn a few enemies each time. You fight the 2, 3, 4 enemies, whatever it may be, and then it's going to spawn some more, and the heart will go back up. You repeat this process until you're down to about 33% health, somewhere around there, and then it's just going to start spamming those pink or green poison bombs all over the screen, and it will stay down. So you just have to keep beating it up, and hopefully you will be successful at that point. Love to make this a win. Let's do it. Seems to me like this boss hasn't scaled in difficulty with the same degree that some of the floors have, which I'm extremely thankful for. These guys you can shoot any time, which is great. We're at half, and I'm just about another charge up on Book of Belial, or Book of whatever the hell. Mine just went blank because I'm trying to concentrate. Okay, this is about the point when it's going to start spamming bombs. There we go. So I really need to watch the shadows as these things pop out, and if they come even near me, I need to be out of the damn way right then. Because that was the mistake I made last time. When I was doing that last video that ended in 16 minutes, which I'm not proud of. And I win! Hooray! Let's see what we've got. So this would be my 8th victory. Oh, money is power. Bling bling. So as far as I know, what that effect does is it actually gives you the ability to gain strength as you collect money, or something to that effect. I haven't actually used it yet, obviously, since I just unlocked it. But, could be cool. Odds of me finding it, pretty slim, but we're gonna hope. I don't know, there's a bunch of things I actually haven't found yet. So if you haven't seen it, here's the credits, a bunch of names, so you can actually put names to these faces. Some of the ones that we've just been guessing at. And it runs down all the bosses: Duke of Flies, Gemini, Chub, Peep. We've seen all of these. Fistula, Gertie, Loki, Monster 2. Haven't shown you Loki yet. And Mom, of course. And then the Harbingers. Skolex. Love fighting Skolex, he's really easy. And Mom's Heart. And then our cast of protagonists. Oh, no, we just show Isaac. And Money of Power has appeared in the basement. So, this will bring us to a close. on this issue or episode of Binding of Isaac Let's Play. Hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Later.